It's the pinnacle of the Victorian football season. A smorgasbord coming away this afternoon here on 7. Two huge grand finals. First, we start with the VFLW grand final between the Western Bulldogs and Collingwood, ahead of course of the VFL grand final a little bit later this.
The 2019 VFLW grand final, the Western Bulldogs and Collingwood. Away we go. Leighton in the ruck against Moody. Lays a tackle, it'll spit out towards Sophie Casey. The dangerous Lachlan tries to slip under a tackle from Hales. Dogs still a chance here. The young gun, Georgia Stathis. Her kick's cut off. Mark taken by Livingston. As Guest goes outside 50. Lamb comes thundering in. Leighton as well. Two of the big-bodied crash and bashes in this game. Shani Leighton and Kirsty Lamb come together early.
Spat its way at the back. Pies of the numbers. Hunt will gather the footy, though. Take on the Xenos tackle.
Who's being covered. Goes inside 50. Almost a chance for Can. Was Lambert taken high? She was. Danielle Marshall with the tackle.
Goal, so super talent and continues to improve.
Swagger best and fairest everywhere she's gone. Jamie Lambert. 35 out. Kick on its way. It's home. Lambert gets the goal.
Malloy, guys, has come on ball here, and she was the one that was able to push the ball forward from the previous stoppage, so I think she'll do a fair bit of damage for the Pies, as she does now.
And she is on the runway. Malloy darts away from the contest. Didn't get full purchase on the ball. Tricky to trap for LaJoy, but she's lurking, trying to find some space. Lambert wants her right and a second as well. Oh, she's a star.
Differences of that, it is very different, as Bob Murphy chats to former Bomber Jason Johnson as we start the second term. Collingwood in control by 17 points, courtesy of a couple of late goals to Lambert. Giorgio Stathis taken down.
Nicola Xenos just shaking off the effects of grand final day Falcon.
50, that hasn't happened so far. Here's Molan, here is Lachlan, outside of range. Livingston stands tall again. What a game she's playing. Her 10th touch coming up.
For the Dogs to get a clean shot at goal.
McMahon couldn't control it. Butler to Benici, goes to ground. She's tackled by Molan. They pile in on top. This could be holding the football. It is. And Sophie Molan, 18-year-old from Ballarat, had a fantastic NAB League season this year. Captain of the Rebels, best and fairest, team of the year, All-Australian. Currently studying year 12 at Ballarat. She's a top 10 prospect in the draft this year. She kicked the sealer between these two teams in the semi-final. Can she be the spark? Leighton stands the mark. Molan from 40 out. Gives it everything she's got and puts it through. Here's a chance for McKay. She heads goalward. Bouncing over the back. Right to the goal square. It's bouncing. It's through. It inside 50. It'll go over the back. Sandra will track it back. The speedster Lachlan got a bad bounce. Sandra there to try and put some pressure on. Well played, Butler. She stood up. High kick. Can underneath it. Takes a strong mark despite the late pressure from Molan.
Low centre of gravity and got her right down the middle.
Well, unfortunately, it's another example of Lambert, who's played a lot of...
Davey and Lamb come together hard. And they have gone at it from the opening bounce this afternoon.
Oh, an excellent contest from both players. We've seen Bree Davey do that so often, just in Carlton colours at this venue.
When are they going to blow that siren? The answer's now. VFLW Grand Final delicately poised at the half. A couple of goals from Jamie Lambert early in the opening term gave Collingwood the advantage. The Doggies hit back.
So the Pies by 5 points at half-time of the VFLW Grand Final week. Welcome back to IKON Park. Third quarter about to start in the VFL Women's Grand Final. Collingwood 2-6-18 leading the Western Bulldogs 2-1-13. All but one behind scored to the left of screen so far. Moody over the top of Leighton, and she'll try and do the follow-up work. It hustles its way to Curley, who's Tackled immediately as Casey tries to wrench it free.
Up to an 11-point lead. Danger time now for the Dogs. Lambert is dumped by Kirsty Lamb. And again. Does well. Gets it out to Lachlan. As we lose the heavy breathing in the background, one of the umpires really working overtime. Rest assured it wasn't Nigel Carmody, as a little bit of spice comes into the grand final now. And they come from all sides. McLeod takes Lambert out. Davey in there as well.
Looks like it started between Brooke Lachlan and Jamie Lambert. Neither of those players would take a back step.
Former teammates at the Bulldogs. Lambert with the takedown.
Montmorency off up by Gamble. Shevlin into attack. Marshall folding back the fist from Laloifi, who's recovered. Ruden's been impressive. Her kick wide. Lamb and Davey. Lamb and Lambert. Skies one, perhaps the required distance. Casey, eyes only for the ball, might turn into a goal. Lambert to Shevlin, hustles the kick wide. Alexander has separation on Gamble, needs the bounce. It trickles 5 times away from her. She works her way beautifully, snaps it across the face. Again, there's courage required. Malloy stayed down, wriggles free, kicks and goals.
The ground. Livingston back there as she has been most of the afternoon. Builds the wall, drives it inside 50, through the hands, over the back. Chance here for the Pies, just the wrong side of the post. As Michaela Can tried to run onto it. Margin out to 2 straight kicks.
Towards Hunt and LaJoya, excellent play, Hunt. Betts couldn't gather. Low down Lambert, she is uncompromising this afternoon.
Wow, she just lit Caitlin Betts up. Bang. Fortunately, just a glancing blow and nothing more.
Just wonder if they're able to sneak another couple late. That does a lot of damage going into the last quarter, as they did in that first quarter.
4.5 minutes to absorb here for the Dogs. Shevlin, her 12th touch of the afternoon. The Dogs have got multiple goalkeepers back. Marshall dropped the chest mark perhaps in the sun. Alexander will take the spoils.
Dogs need to pinch one against the flow here. Can they work their way through the Collingwood zone that's just hemmed them in? Not this time. Fowler's got it. Pies turning the screws.
Well, we know there's a little bit of a breeze going that way, and Fowler, interesting, turning her back at goal and deciding she's going to have a shot here.
Yet to score this season. She's kicked just 3 goals in her 18 VFLW games, mainly in defence.
Queenslander too, Jace.
Come down, used to play rugby sevens at Queensland Uni, playing her 4th year of Australian rules football from 48 metres out. It'll land in the goal square. Off hands, the dangerous Lambert couldn't quite wriggle free. Got it to Bunker, she threw a boot at it, minus score. Pies just looking.
30 seconds left to beat.
At ground level, Wood goes after it, is beaten for it by Bunker. Bunker floats it inside 50. Alexander in best position. The Dogs have just lacked composure in the 3rd term to think their way through the Collingwood zone. Has had a sense of inevitability about this, and Sophie Alexander, right on 3/4 time for her 2nd, drills it. Pies get the reward for all that territory and hard work in the 3rd term. And suddenly the Western Bulldogs have got a mountain to climb.
Margin 26 points at 3/4 time in favour of the minor premiers.
The lead gets a little nervous and a bit defensive as Lambert pushes it wide. Pies controlling things well at the moment. This is Katie Lee. She goes down the line. Alexander's been impressive. Big 3rd term, kicked a couple of goals. Her size and strength has been telling. Goes towards half forward, off the hands of Bunker, taken by Wilds. McMahon throws a boot at it, Alexander again. Misses the target for Malloy. That just opens the door for Lachlan. It's a 1-on-1 inside 50. Livingston has been superb this afternoon. Tries to get away from Sandrell. McLeod comes in against Davey. At ground level, it was taken by Pavalis. She can gather. Can she break through? She can. She'll go for a bounce. Gavalis will drive it inside 50. But Butler there, and what a defensive mark from Lauren Butler rather. Magnificent grab. Stands up in a crucial moment to just quash the resistance as the Dogs try to muster something. To space. Awkward bounce for Brown. And LaJoya coming through. Ferris will have the momentum. Whoa, dubbed in a huge tackle by Fowler. Play on the call. Ferris grabs her head as she went to ground. That was a big hit. It spills out.
Fowler's been superb. Bunker gets to the circle. It'll work its way forward for Doherty. She needs someone feeding off her. And it's the lightning quick Curley who takes a bounce and loses the handle. Can keep it alive though and in motion. A big one-on-one here. Lalawifi and Can off to LaJoya. Saddles her way forward and might give the Pies the cup.
Fine bounce taken by Bailey Hunt inside 50 off the hands of Wood. Malloy's been pushed back to stabilise the defence. Spins through the Lachlan tackle, fends another, but in the process just runs it over the line. Exciting to see a fit and healthy Chloe Malloy getting ready to go for AFLW.
And an absolute luxury for Penny Cooley to just play her as a spare.
Right now for Bliss, who was denied a flag with Yeronga South Brisbane in the Queensland women's competition, but might be about to win one with the Pies. Here's Doherty on the hit up. Kick shallow, gets through Betts to Benici. Another worthy premiership player, staying under it, Xenos, gets moving. How's the sidestep on Moody? Off to Leighton. Wouldn't this be a story for Shani? Kicks deep, Can.
Outstanding play from Collingwood forward of the footy, and they are getting around Shani Leighton. She's come a long way since coming from netball, and her progression throughout the VFL this year has been unreal, and for her to get that hit-up kick there, you can see her teammates appreciating her work. 26
hit-outs today for Shani Leighton, and that right there shows the improvement she's made across the VFL women's season. So a chance now for Michaela Can, 3-2 for the season, to really put the icing on the Collingwood cake. Sneaks it home. They like IKON Park now.
IKON Park, no Collingwood women's team, AFLW or VFLW, has ever won a game here. They've never won at IKON Park, but they've saved it for the right moment this afternoon in a grand final.
Ambit and Livingston will play it out and have 50 touches between them. Chloe Malloy's been impressive. Those dancing feet, she chips one here, looking for Bliss. Can the Dogs get a late one? McKay, almost the highlight from the opposite pocket. What a fit. She's had a handful of possessions, but it's probably apt. Stacey Livingston with one last thump of the Sharon. Penny's Pies are premiers. Collingwood, the 2019 VFLW Premiership winners. Women's program has been knocked around a bit, it has to be said, at both AFLW and VFLW level. AFLW, we know that narrative, but VFLW, they made a prelim last year and they were a little bit scarred by that, but to get off the canvas, lose the semi-final as minor premiers to the Dogs and produce that today, so much to be proud of. And what a story that is. Penny Cooley, premiership coach, a female premiership coach of the oldest club in the game.
It's pretty special to
club
see.
In the game.
It is special to see, particularly as you said for Penny. She's come so far in her footy. She played for Collingwood in the AFLW. She had these girls training on community ovals through their pre-season because of a lack of ground availability. She's stuck it out and she's done the absolute best she can for her group. And even just looking at the relief on some of these faces, there's girls there who've played in the old VFLW, VWFL for other sides. None from Darabin, so these girls girls, some of them have been waiting a very long time to taste this premiership success.
And that's worth touching on. The likes of Bree Davey, Chloe Malloy with Diamond Creek a couple of years ago, they've played in good local programs. Bree Davey particularly
Stacey
at St
Livingston.
Kilda. They weren't able to taste premiership success until now. Let's head downstairs.
VFL Women's Premiership Trophy to the Collingwood Football Club.
Congratulations to Collingwood, a slice of history, the Collingwood Football Club's first ever women's premiership.